Hello friends. Okay, today I'm going to talk about 3 really important strategies for doing soft Hollywood glam waves like this. So I call this soft Hollywood glam because it has that Hollywood glam vibe, but it's really soft waves all the way through. It's not those really rigid ones, and we don't have that huge big like Marilyn Monroe style lift. We just have a really soft lift in the front. So if you are getting a lot of requests for this like I have, and you want some tips, this video is for you. So the very first thing is you want to have the right tools, okay? So to get this shape of curl, I used a 1 1/4 inch rod curling iron, so clipless. I didn't use one with a clip. And if you want to have a bigger wave, use a bigger size curling iron. And if you want a tighter, more defined wave, then you're going to use a smaller, like 1 inch or 3/4. So depending on how you want it to look, that's how you choose the iron that you want. I think creating Hollywood glam waves is easier if you use a clipless curling iron, and you can certainly use it with a clip, but that one just helps to really have a lot of space to wrap the hair around the curling iron. So that is the first thing in tools. The second tool is you're going to want to make sure you have a sectioning comb, so tail comb so you can make clean sections, and then a wider tooth comb to brush through each section as you work. So what makes this style last but also take a long time to achieve is combing through each section before you curl it, and that can take a lot of time, but it's worth it and really pays off. So make sure you have a good comb to comb through each section and a tail comb to section the hair away. The next thing you need is the right products. So you definitely need 2 really essential products for soft Hollywood glam waves. I recommend a flexible hairspray and a texture spray. So these 2 are some of my favorites. This is Bedhead Masterpiece. It is a flexible hold hairspray. It used to be more of a professional brand. Now it's kind of over the counter, but I love how it smells and I love how it works. But any flexible hold hairspray will do. You just don't want to have a too hard hold hairspray because it will get crunchy. And then you want a nice texture spray. So the one from Schwarzkopf is nice because it works on many hair types. It is not too sticky and it's not too light, so it's kind of a great workaround for in between. So what I do is I layer them. I pre-prep the hair with the flexible hairspray, comb through it, and then when I'm finished curling, I finish it with the texture spray and the flexible hairspray combined. And that makes them last a long time, hold their shape, and minimize any frizz, because that texture spray is really gonna keep that frizz from coming. It's just the most lovely combination of products. So those are the 2 main products that you wanna have. You can do this whole look with just those 2 products. Now, if you want to get extra fancy, you can finish with a shine spray and finish with a hard hold hairspray. But like I said, a flexible hold and a texture spray are going to do you just fine. And then lastly, if you have someone who is wanting this look, but they want a little more volume, maybe they have really fine hair in the front and they just need a little bit of boost, using a texture powder at the roots will help a little bit as well. But if you're just trying to stick with the basics, these 2 products will be awesome. 1 clipless curling iron for the shape that you want, and then a sectioning comb and a comb to brush through it. The reason I don't use this comb to also brush through it because it's really fine and it really tugs on the hair too much, and I need something that's going to be a little bit wider. So that's what you need for tools, okay? So that is my first step in creating this look. That's the tip for tools, okay? Now, the next tip that I'm going to tell you for creating these beautiful, soft Hollywood glam waves is sectioning. You have to section it. So don't just start out at the bottom by like coming in, diving into it. What you want to do is create 2 main sections. So you're going to make your first section at the top of the crown here, down to the top of the ear. So you can see that this is pinned away, but I started right here, went down to the top of the ear, clip that out of the way, and did the same thing on this side, clip that out of the way. So then you're not worrying about the front yet. It helps you to work clean, helps you to work frizz-free, and just helps you to stay more in control of your work, and really when you section it. And then the next thing you're gonna do, you have this back section here, you're going to divide that in half. So what you want to do is kind of go from the ear over, pull that up, and then start working on your 1-inch sections of rows as you work your way up to create these waves, okay? If you just start clipping out of the way, what I find is that it's not as neat. You're tempted to have more frizz. It's hard to be in control. So I always divide it in half. If the hair is extra, extra thick, you can divide it into thirds. And so you have the top, the middle, and the bottom, and that will really just help you work really clean. So in sectioning, you also want to make sure that every time you take a row, so when I'm taking a row of hair to start curling up and create this wave, I'm using this tail comb to make a perfectly clean line. So if you make perfect clean lines all the way through the whole thing, and then you take small sections as you go, that's what's going to give you this really nice, clean, even pattern throughout. And if you don't take clean sections and you make it messy, that will equal a messier, not as cohesive style for your soft Hollywood Glam Waves. So sectioning is my number 2 hot tip. And then my third and final tip for creating these beautiful, nice, long-lasting soft Hollywood Glam Waves is to take small sections and work slowly and work carefully. So take your time. Make sure you schedule enough time for this. At your trial run, give yourself 2 hours to do it. I know that seems so long, but if you're new to doing these Hollywood Glam Waves and you want to make them last, take it slow. Take each section, really put the product in, really comb through, really take the time to wrap it around your curling iron, and just take your time. On the wedding day too, give yourself enough time to make sure that you can really accomplish this look. The best Hollywood Glam Waves turn out when you give yourself the time, you're nice and patient, you use the right products, right sectioning, slow down, you'll get beautiful waves that are frizz-free, last all night, and your bride is really happy with. So I hope those 3 tips helped you. If you want more, if you want step-by-step, if you really want to be handheld through this whole process, I've created a tutorial for you. So it's almost ready to be released. If you want to get on the wait list for it, please drop a comment to this video, say me, I will message you a link and you can get on to the waiting list to get this video. As always, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week. I'm Heidi with the Updo Collective, your teacher for all things Updo. See you next time.